Hello, everybody.
Hello.
We are live, in
Apparently.
theory. There we are. Ta-da!
Yay.
Something worked. Hooray! So, it is Friday night, and we are streaming at our usual time. CJ is not going to be with us this week. She made other plans. Uh, she made other plans. That's what she did.
Because she doesn't like us anymore. You can tell
No,
that, right? She
she
doesn't
feels
like
awful
us
about it.
anymore. And I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I hope she feels awful about it and that she can't sleep for a week. Next week we have to have zombies, CJ.
Oh God. We're being a bit mean, but I'm enjoying it because it's 3 a.m. and I'm enjoying everything.
I
Oh,
knocked the
oh,
thing off my headphones that makes it work.
hi Claire. I'm also typing, but just saying hi is faster. So
Um, my
oh,
headphones are kind of busted, so I have to
I'm
fix them.
sorry.
Just give me a moment. They're
Yeah.
not really busted. They're just the way they work is stupid.
Oh, speaking of stuff that's stupid, you know how I was on your husband's stream earlier
Yeah.
and I had my lapel mic on appended to me for the entire time. And
Mm-hmm.
then when the stream is over, I check this little thing here and realize my lapel mic had been off the entire time. Hi, Jazz. And I was like, so I just kept
Hey,
it
Jazz.
there for no apparent purpose
This
whatsoever.
will not stay on all of a sudden, and I've had it on here for months.
Great.
Like, why would it all of a sudden not work?
Um, because it's an asshole.
It must be. Because every time I leave it on there for more than a second, it shoots off.
This just why?
I don't know. I look really blue, and there's nothing we can do about it, so I'm sorry. And now I have a sound loop thing going on.
You can try without the headphones.
No,
Maybe.
because I can already hear myself.
Oh, okay. So, yeah.
So I don't know what that's about. That's going to drive me
Oh,
nuts.
Jazz, that's so sweet.
You're so funny, Jazz.
Oh,
I don't
she
know.
is.
I don't know why it's doing that. It's driving me nuts.
I'm sorry.
Me too. Let me turn off my mic and then turn it back on.
Yeah, sure. Well,
Let's see. Nope.
still
It's
bad.
no better. Yep. That's really obnoxious.
Do you have any other headphones to switch to?
It's not the headphones. Just
Is
something's
it?
repeating.
Oh,
But it's
okay.
not.
I
Maybe
don't
it's not as
hear it.
bad now.
It's just on your end. I mean, I can't hear
Yeah.
it.
I don't
So,
think it's bad enough to like distract me now.
okay, great. Oh,
That's great,
congratulations.
Jazz.
That's always awesome. Like, I'm super excited whenever I get a new cover, like a kid on Christmas morning. And even when I already have the cover and then get another version, like I got the paperback cover for the release that's coming out on Sunday, I was so happy. Like, nothing has changed much, but it's a cover, it's a new one, whatever. I'm
Right?
excited. It's normal to act like a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. I like having like a new cover. Super exciting and fun. I am on a new medication right now, you guys, and it is making me super tired. So I apologize if I seem real spacey, but that would be the reason. So um, just so everybody
I'm
has a heads up.
I'm always tired and spacey on this stream because it's 3 a.m. So I should apologize for
Word.
tonight and for all the other streams that will follow after this one. because I can do my best to wake up, but that's everything I can promise.
Right.
I did get like an hour and a half of sleep tonight. So that's slightly better than last week.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And it's way better than some of the other weeks.
Yeah, because I think there was a week when I hadn't slept at all before the stream.
I think so too.
But it's good.
So
At least
you're making improvements.
At least I remember to turn my mic on this time.
Right?
Yeah.
You're so funny.
Yeah. That's the perk of being tired and saying a lot of nonsense. People find it funny.
So did you only have it off for the first half or for the whole thing?
No, for the entire thing. I only realized
so
at the
funny.
end. Yep. And there was some problem with the sound. And I was like, well, it was so great last time. I didn't have to do anything. So I adjusted some settings and it worked. And yeah, but still, I was like, really? Really? I mean, I had this on me for the entire thing. I couldn't move without unplugging the mic. And then I just didn't bother to check whether it was on or not. It's battery operated. So I'm trying to not leave it on indefinitely. But then, just turning it on when I need it would be great if I could remember that.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's too much to ask.
Well, Jasmine says she's down to 2 covers. Here's an idea, Jasmine. You take the 2 covers, you do a poll between your friends over which one they like better, and then when you see the result, your gut will tell you which one you like better. Because your gut will tell you either you're really excited that they picked the right one or you're really weirded out that they picked the wrong one. But you'll know which one you want.
True, you'll know which one you want, but I'd also suggest if you're doing a poll, maybe make sure some of the people read in your genre, because it can be a really great cover, but it can not match your genre. So even if you like it more, it might not sell as well. And unfortunately, a cover has to kind of match other books in your genre, but be different at the same time, which is hard to pull off. But yeah, if you have some people who read similar books, then you're golden. You really are. It took me a while to learn that, but I learned it the hard way, because I had this for my Lover's Journey series for the 2 books. I had these really cool covers made. One of them is actually still my desktop image because I like them so much. They looked brilliant. They were awesome. They didn't sell because that did not communicate it's a gay romance. People have some expectations of it. So unless you're like super well known, it won't work. Then I changed the covers and they started doing better. Surprise, surprise. I don't think they're better than the old ones. They're just very different. They were created by the same cover artist, and she preserved the fonts and the idea, but just made them more category appropriated. Well, not category, more like genre appropriated. And yeah, it worked well. Which is like, I mean, when I get famous enough that it doesn't matter, I won't have to do that. But until then, I'd like to sell some books if possible. Yeah, so that's important. Like, I recommend Derek Murphy's channel to every writer. It's not for everyone. Some will get really pissed off because his approach is very commercial, let's say, to everything from deciding what book to write to covers. But if you just try to get all the good advice you can from him and not get into any debates on how commercial you should be in creating your books, it can be really useful. And I remember he had an entire video on covers and why certain covers sell and others don't. And I found that useful. And then you just have to figure out for for yourself when you can go off script and just try a few things and see if they work.
Right.
But yeah, generally I'm
Right.
all making your life easier. Yeah. I'm really for making your life easier. So if you can do some minor tweaks and then your book does better, why not?
Right.
It's hard enough as it is. But yeah. God damn it, it's so like I feel like I'm a bit on slow motion in how my brain works right now. So
Me too.
okay, we hope you
I feel pretty silly. Like my head hurts, but other than that, I feel pretty silly.
still is good. This should be a great stream if we're both feeling like
Right?
silly and
My
mellow.
eyelashes touch my glasses. It's really annoying.
It's super annoying when it happens. I know. I mean, I curl mine and then put mascara on, and then if my glasses are pushed too far back, like as they should be, then my eyelashes touch my glasses, and it's super freaking annoying. God. Speaking of eyelashes and makeup, Elf had a huge sale here in Romania, like 35% off the entire store. And I talked to my friend Alina, and we were like, we're getting everything we need from them right now, right? And I was like, yeah, obviously. Because why not? Oh, and I got painting things like brushes and colors and canvas. And I'm supposed to go to my boyfriend's mom tomorrow, and we're going to paint together. She teaches painting.
That's interesting.
Yep. She's really cool. And supposedly that's going to relax me. Sorry?
Have you ever painted before?
I painted when I was really young. Like you have painting as a class until 8th grade, I think.
Oh.
Painting and music. They're part of the wholesome education, because that's why we stayed so in school for so long and don't get to be an expert in anything. But I used to love it a lot when I was a kid. And then I kind of stopped because other things were more important than drawing and painting. And I always liked it. I always wanted to go back to it. So now I thought it's just something I can do for fun and to relax.
Right.
I used to do knitting for that, but with knitting, I always start projects and I don't finish them because they just require so much time.
Yeah.
And then it drives me nuts because I never finish them, and I'm worried that I start too many things that I never finish, and it stresses me out in the end. So not working really great as a de-stressor. So
Right.
I thought, let's try something else that's still kind of crafty and artistic, but maybe I can get the finished product faster.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I'm giving that a try. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Like it might just not be as cool as I remember it from when I was like 10 years old. So yeah.
Our washing machine downstairs is going nuts. So if you hear something that sounds terrible, that's what it is.
I'm not hearing it for now.
No. It sounds like it's going to like wander off.
Oh, okay, because it's tumble drying, whatever.
Yeah, but it's not usually that loud. It's really, really loud.
It sometimes depends on what it has inside.
Yeah, I think he's doing bedding. So
yeah, that's why, because those tend to get mixed together, and so it's this huge lump that it keeps throwing about.
Right.
So that's fun.
We were talking about makeup a minute ago.
Mm-hmm.
And my boss got a palette. Well, she got a bunch of stuff, but she got a palette from BH Cosmetics that was broken.
Mm-hmm.
So they're sending her a brand new one.
Oh, nice.
Like half of the shadows were broken.
Mm-hmm.
So they're sending her a brand new one. So she gave me the palette, and I just repressed all of them.
Oh, that's so cool.
So I totally got a palette.
I hear BH Cosmetics is pretty good.
Yeah, they're not bad.
We don't get it here. And the thing about ordering makeup from the States is that other than the fact that it gets to the special office that only works 2 days a week, because it's cosmetics, you have to pay a lot of tax for it, like a lot.
Gotcha.
And it gets to be like super expensive. I know because I ordered some mineral makeup ones. It was back in 2008, I think, when it was far from being anything big here in Romania. It took years for it to happen. And I ordered them and they weren't very expensive. But when they arrived in customs and I have to pay all that tax, it almost doubled the price.
Oh my goodness.
Almost. The person there
would probably get pretty silly with BH because they're pretty freaking cheap. I bought 3 eyeshadow palettes. Yeah, 3 eyeshadow palettes and a highlighter palette and 2 lipsticks for like $46.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so like it might actually really be ridiculous, like in comparison when you bring that in.
Yeah.
But yeah, the palette I got is huge. I mean, it's a huge palette.
Yeah, I know. I've seen reviews from them. I don't know if you watch her. I watched Sabrina, and she has a series called Frugal Friday where she covers drugstore stuff. And I always watch her reviews because I think she's very, not that other people aren't honest, but she gives everything a good try.
Yeah.
And she's big into drugstore. She has a lot of high-end stuff, but she's always looking for good drugstore dupes. And she's doing exclusively drugstore videos in December, and I found a lot of interesting stuff there. So I'll send you her channel link. And I think I talked about her before because she did this series on historically accurate makeup, which I found very useful as a writer because she goes into the details of why they were using certain things. Right. And I remember watching a video on ancient Egypt and why they went for certain colors and why both women and men wore makeup. And it was a pretty much functional thing because it kept their eyes cleaner and it prevented a lot of infection from all the dust in the desert areas. So yeah, that's pretty freaking awesome. If you're doing anything historical or want to have a fantasy world that's based on accurate historical periods, I think that's super useful. And she did it I think she did for more recent periods, some videos. I remember seeing one on the 1920s and something on the 80s, something like that. Really cool. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't watch a whole lot of people like exclusively. I just kind of float around and look at things that interest me.
I used to do that a lot, but then I realized there are people who I enjoy more than others just in what they choose to review, I think, and the type of looks they go for.
Yeah.
Because some other videos are super fun, but not particularly useful for me because I'd never go for that sort of look. Like very elaborate glam, like almost drag-like. That's not something I'll do a lot. So I enjoy watching them, but for the functional and educational purpose, I tend to stick to certain channels.
Yeah, I suppose that makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah.
I don't actually watch a lot of like how-tos. I watch a lot of like makeup hauls and
see, I tend to
avoid those. Anti-hauls and
yeah. I remember there was this girl that I found at some point, but I lost her for some reason because I forgot to subscribe. And she was talking about the Project Pan and the goal was to just hit pan on your makeup and actually consume it before you buy more, which I found quite interesting because I do have a bit of an addictive personality, and I don't want to go overboard and want to buy all this makeup that I never use. Like, I try to stick to things I actually need
Right.
and just replace or repurchase stuff. But that doesn't
But I like
always
makeup.
I like it too.
But I like makeup.
I like it too, but I'm trying not to go overboard spending on makeup because
Well, yeah.
I could get a new book cover for that money or something like that.
Right.
But I do own a lot more makeup than I've owned in a long time now. Only this time it was makeup that I bought thinking of using it. I mean, it's things that go together more than just random pieces that I never use together, and I'd be hard pressed to get a look out of them. So yeah. Plus, I mean, like, I didn't need to use as much makeup before, like, because my discoloration issues, because of the vitiligo, that kind of got worse with age. Now I kind of need to have my face in one color. It was one color naturally before, so I didn't use foundation or powders or stuff like that. I was only doing eye makeup and lips. And yeah, it changed now. And then besides the fact that I didn't need certain things, I didn't know about others, which now I know about and buy them and use them, and I'm really happy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, nobody knew primer existed when I was in high school or uni. We had no freaking clue about that.
I had no idea about any of that stuff. Travis is behind me making faces.
Yeah, it's okay.
Hanging out.
I plugged this live stream on the other live stream for the end. So, hi, Sky. It's always so cool to have
Trinda.
Yeah. It is. I think it is.
My memory is bad.
I think it is because that was her alternate YouTube username, I think. If it's not Trinda, we're sorry.
So. Right.
But hey, we're tired.
It's not my fault.
We're going to blame everything on the fact that we're tired. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and then I was reading online, like, when does this side effect wear off? Like,
okay.
After a couple weeks, does it get better? And they're like, yeah, probably not.
Oh my God. That's so.
And I was like, so I looked up, like, how long after you take it are you tired? And it was like up to 24 hours.
Oh, we got it right. It was Trinda. Yay.
That's what I thought, but I couldn't, like.
Yeah, I thought so too, but then I was like, let's just go with Sky in case it's not her, and so we're covered on all bases.
Right.
So yeah. Oh, by the way, because we were talking earlier about how you didn't know what to do on this live stream, remember I made a nice little schedule for my streams?
I
can't remember for the life of me what we were supposed to talk about tomorrow. But at least I have that post in AuthorTube in the group, so I'll check there and see what we were talking about. At least before I create and promote the live. This has been like such a weird week, and it's funny because we were talking about schedules, and then I spent last weekend because I was so tired on Saturday. I just spent it planning and coming up with a new schedule, and then everything went to shit this week. Like, Nothing of what I had planned happened. I had to do completely different things. Most of them were book related, so at least there's that. But there was no writing, no actual writing. And then I wasn't feeling really well on Tuesday and Wednesday, and I missed my video on Wednesday because I just I couldn't film anything. And I had that first moment of panic when I was going like, I'm not doing anything of what I'm supposed to be doing. What's wrong? What's going on? And then I just tried my best to relax and went like, well, this is it. Like, I'm doing stuff. I'm not just being lazy and procrastinating. I'm actually working. So, fuck it. I'll do the writing next week.
Right. You just move the plans and move on.
Yeah, it's not ideal because I don't think I'm going to get such a long break around Christmas. But, as long as I'm not working Christmas Day, I'm fine. That's better than last year. So, but yeah.
My office is closed from next Wednesday through the 2nd.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Except I don't get paid either.
Oh, that sucks.
So not so nice.
That kind of sucks. Like,
yeah. So I'm gonna go in and do some filing on Wednesday so that I can get some hours. But like, part of the reason she's not paying me is because people won't pay us before Christmas.
Okay. Still not fair.
No, it's dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, like super dumb.
Very dumb. I don't like her anymore.
It's not her fault.
Kind of.
It's not they won't pay us. I'm the one who's supposed to collect money. They just won't pay us.
Yeah, but these things happen before the holidays. I'm sure it's not the first year when she's dealt with this problem.
No, last year we worked right through. It wasn't a problem. I don't know why it's so bad this year.
Oh. Yeah. Okay, maybe it's not her fault. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know if people are just being maybe people are more broke than they were last year.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Or maybe they're just bigger assholes. That's also a possibility.
Some of them are that, for sure, because I talk to them on the phone and beg them to pay their fucking bill. And then they give me a credit card that doesn't work, and I go, that credit card doesn't work, and they're like, I have to call you back. Click.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get it, but...
Yeah, it's totally ridiculous.
Kinda is. You're getting all this time off, but... Yeah, I don't think that compensates.
It just kind of depends on what I do with the time off, I suppose.
Yeah. So we're writing more. Let me guess.
Right. I should do something that's at least a little bit worth how much I get paid per hour.
True.
So I don't know, maybe I'll work on advertising or something.
Oh, yeah. That would work.
The word, what does that mean, Trenda?
I think she means the worst right now.
Oh, worst. See,
sorry about that. Sorry about that. I hope it starts working properly, Trinda.
Yeah, mine's kind of stupid too. Like my playback on the video is just shit-tastic.
Yeah, imagine.
I'm foggy. Don't blame me. I wasn't being a smartass. I genuinely couldn't. My brain wasn't working. Who were you telling to guest on? Oh.
Yes, definitely. You should. You're free, right? You could.
Yeah, next Friday.
Yay!
The first one, so I probably do that.
That's so cool.
But then that means Travis has to make a new layout, and then I'll listen to him crabbing over there.
Sorry, Nate.
He already made it apparently, so never mind.
Yeah, he made it because he was expecting having guests at some point. So,
Gotcha.
yay! That's so cool. I don't know. I'm so happy, but it makes me super happy to know you'll be guesting.
Yeah, I don't know if you can. No, you can't see it. I'll show you. This is how ridiculous I am. This is my dice bag.
How many sets of dice do you have in there?
Oh, a lot. Like,
I mean, I only have this tiny thing. Like, this is
yeah,
it.
no, like I reach in and I get dice.
Oh my god.
There is one other bag. It's my other Star Trek dice bag, which is tiny, tiny.
Okay, and does that include only one set?
There's nothing in it. It's empty.
No.
I just kept it in there because it was empty when I bought it, and then I used to carry like a couple sets in it so that I could play without having to carry all of that.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I made this bag, and it was huge, and I didn't realize how huge it was going to be. So I was like, F it, I'll just stick dice in it. So.
Sounds like a plan. To be
Yeah,
honest,
sometimes like I get a piece of fabric and I just sew it. And I'm like, oh, this is a that.
Yeah, but it looks good. And I mean, I can't sew to save my life. I can sew a button maybe.
Yeah.
If I really have to, but usually I pawn that on my mother because she's way better. And
I've only used a sewing machine a couple of times. So like that, I can only sew by hand.
Mm-hmm.
My mom's sewing machine sews backwards.
Okay.
It's broken and set in left-handed position.
Okay. So it's the other way around.
So
yeah.
I can't work it.
My mom no longer can work hers, which is kind of old anyway, but it's because her back is not the best at all. And she can't just stay in that position for that long. So she avoids it. It's not a very comfortable one. But she used to make all my ballet costumes. Like when I was doing ballet, and I did that from when I was 5 until I was 11. So for about 6 years, we had kind of a winter show, which was around Christmas. And then there was this huge summer show, which was in a local sort of like theater on a huge stage. And we had minimum 2, maximum 3 different outfits for each show. And my mom would make those for me.
Oh, wow.
You couldn't like buy them anywhere.
Right.
You could just pay someone to make them or make them yourself. And she would make them after work. So it was usually late at night. And I remember I was so sleepy and I hated the fact that she was waking me up just to, put them on and see how they fit. But they usually ended up being so cute and so nice. And they were so really different. And oh my God, I used to love them. Of course, half of them would now be called cultural appropriation. But I don't know. I don't get that part much. Like I was watching Fate Apocrypha, which is the newest thing in the Fate series. And guess where it's set?
Where?
Romania.
Nuh-uh.
And oh my God, it's cool, it's fun, but sometimes Mike and I just go insane because the names of the families don't sound Romanian at all. And this happens in a certain town that's called Trifas, I think. And it's drawn like building for building to mimic Sighișoara, which is an actual town. And then the characters go from Trifas to Sighișoara, which is also made using the actual Sighișoara, only different parts of the city. And they were like, oh, they're going from Trifas to Sighișoara. And we're like, no, it's the same freaking town. It's the same town. We know, we've been there. But it's still cool. I mean, they have Vlad the Impaler as a servant and everything. And I think it's fun. Like, I mean, I honestly think it's fun. I wouldn't call that any sort of cultural appropriation of any form. And I think it's just so cool to have an anime set in Romania and see how they see the country and everything.
Yeah.
And I don't think any Romanian artist would ever get that vision for
Right.
So to me, it's fun. But of course,
Right.
it's just my take on art in general, where I don't think there should be any limitations. You should explore anything and everything. But then again, I'm from a small country where we don't have conversations like that going on much. Because, reasons. Like,
Right.
we've had a long history of people telling us what not to say, what not to do. We had a revolution over that.
Right.
So I might have a different perspective because of that. So
That's probably true.
like, people died so that they could say whatever they wanted. It's a bit different. Like, oh my God. Oh yeah, I was reading through diaries and an actual novel a Romanian author wrote. And I remember in his diary, he was mentioning how he almost got arrested by the militia, which was the police prior to the revolution, because you were not allowed not to work. You had to have the job. You were legally required to work. And because he was an author, he was at home writing, obviously. And they almost threw him in jail over that. He had to get a real job. That was insane. And now he's one of the most translated Romanian author ever.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how many languages, but I remember it was insane. So, yeah.
Yeah, while you were talking, my upstairs neighbor came in and was a racket.
It's
As he
okay.
frequently is.
I heard some talking in the background. I ignored it because...
Yeah. He's actually a friend, though, so it's not... he's not like a bad dude. He's just funny.
Obviously.
Yeah, so I haven't done much this week. I haven't gotten much done. It's been pretty... I've been feeling pretty rotten, so...
Consistent with my experience for kind of same reasons.
Yeah, I've had a hard time doing my, job.
Yeah, I can imagine if you're feeling super tired all the time. Yeah. Because, I mean, I had to push through that on Tuesday, I think, to get the book ready for the pre-order, for the release. Because you can make changes up to 3 or 4 days before release when you have a book on pre-order for Amazon.
Oh, okay.
And I had my final edits on Monday. I cleared everything up with my editor, and then I sent it to my proofreader, and she was super fast, like faster than I could hope for. And then I kind of took twice as long just to format the book because I was so freaking tired. And I pushed through that and I submitted it on time. And then on Wednesday, I was just like down for the count. I didn't do anything. I just wallowed in my pain and got painkillers.
Yeah.
Recovered from the day before. Like, I don't know, when you're that bone tired, just everything takes so long. And you usually do it like super fast.
Yeah.
And I don't know how it is for you, but for me, sometimes it's super frustrating because I know I can do it faster.
Yeah.
But then I take forever, and it just gets, this is annoying.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the fact that you're frustrated makes you actually have a harder time focusing, which makes you slower.
Yes, exactly. It's a never-ending circle of pain and whatever.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine how it is to go through that for a freaking week and then go to the internet and have them tell you, oh, it just doesn't go away. I think I'd want to kill somebody. Like,
Yeah.
So yeah, fingers crossed somebody drops off. You get your appointment earlier.
Right. I'm also giving it a chance that something else is making me tired today. It's possible that I'm fighting off some sort of ailment, you know?
True.
So I mean, like,
it's kind of almost flu season, right?
yeah. Yeah. So
It could be it.
right. So I'm trying to give it a chance, but I don't know. I also don't want to be exhausted. And like, exhausted is kind of the status quo for me. So adding to it isn't great.
Yeah, I know.
I like wake up exhausted. So
Yeah, no, I don't think you need anything on top of that.
no. No, but if I get back to normal, then I can catch up at my job. I feel like I'm like behind on everything.
I know the feeling.
Awful.
The thing is, like, I tend to blame it all on me because
Right.
I'm managing everything that I do.
Yeah.
So I kind of have no one else to blame for it.
Right. There's no other bottleneck there. It's just you.
Yeah, it's just me. And even if it's for good reasons and for things that just have to get done at a certain point, I still am a lot harsher with myself than I'd be with anyone else.
Yeah.
Because, for example, I joined this group giveaway. And I joined two, actually. One of them I joined super early on, and then I found out about another one, and I joined it like 2 days or 3 days before it's starting. And I was like, there's a really low chance I get in because it's so late in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I just didn't think about it. And then I get the email that I'm in, and then check the dates, and the giveaway was starting like the next day or something like that. And I needed to just rearrange my entire newsletter lists and create a new workflow for automation and create 3 separate emails and think of how they're going to be sent in what order, how long there should be between emails. And that took an entire day, which was completely unplanned. It was very useful because I had to do that anyway. I just didn't have to do it all in one day. So that, for example, is something I couldn't control. I found out about an opportunity and I tried to make the most of it, but I still kind of am down on myself for not scheduling better. I don't know how I could have done it, but yeah, it's fine. I'm ridiculous when it comes to things I'm supposed to be doing. I mean, I would never, ever tell anyone it's okay for them to do that to themselves.
Yeah.
I think that's stupid.
Right. And you would tell them they were being ridiculous.
Yes, but then
like,
I do it. And
but you do it at the same time, you're doing it to yourself. Like, I totally get that. I do the same shit.
I always...
I know. Like, I know better. What am I doing?
Yeah, exactly. And that's one of the reasons I'm so looking forward to the painting thing, because if I have to go and paint with my boyfriend's mom, then I'm definitely taking a break.
Right.
And doing something that's just for me to have some fun. There's no other motive behind it. But that's maybe once a week I have to. I mean, like, oh my God, I feel like I've been trying all year to remind myself that I need breaks and failed miserably.
Yeah, I do that too.
Don't do it, Jazz. It's really not helpful to be so hard on yourself. Just try to learn it faster than I managed, because
you stress yourself out.
Yeah.
And then you get real grumpy and crusty when you're younger than you should be.
Yeah.
I mean, you're supposed to be like grumpy and crusty when you're like 80, but like
yeah.
at 30 you shouldn't be like, get off my lawn.
I feel like I am that way though.
Well, sometimes they need to get the fuck off the lawn, to be real.
True.
I mean, let's not.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's not pretend that's not true, because it's important. They need to get off the damn lawn.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, in the middle of all this crazy week, I started going with the doggy to the further park.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so that did not help with how perky I was, because it kind of exhausts me to do a 20-minute or 15-minute power walk to get there, then spend some 20 minutes at the park, then power walk back home for like 20 minutes. So early in the
Yeah, what did the
morning.
dog think of all that?
The dog is very happy. We got his harness, the one I ordered from the States.
Uh-huh.
It got here before Christmas, which is really cool. And I have the t-shirt too. It's from the same site. It was discounted, so I got it because why not? I am kind of low on t-shirts, to be honest. I don't know how they shipped it, because I know it came from the States. They only ship from there. But because it went through France, through the port in France, they somehow thought it was from France.
Huh.
And I didn't have to go to the special office that's only open 2 days a week for a few hours every day. So that was a win. And then I pulled it out and put it on the dog, and he was really happy. He didn't try to get it off because it's the first time he has a harness. And it's a no-pull harness, and it's really great for longer walks. What it's not great is for the rainy days or just days when I have to take him for shorter walks around here, because the leash is kind of short. So I use the other one because it's longer, and he has more room to run around me and just sniff around. But the mix of the two of them is just super cool. I think it was the best investment I ever made. To get these two things. Yeah, like I can't find, I mean, none of them are, or versions of them are available here. The Gentle Leader I got, which is a sort of like, it looks like a horse thing that you get over the snout and around the head, but it's just for
muzzle.
And sort of.
Or is it just one of the mouth covers that allows them to move their mouth, but they...
It's just a tiny band around their muzzle. Okay. They can they can eat with it. They can do whatever they want. It's just that it controls their head. So if they pull, their head is being brought back. So they don't have the same incentive to pull.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, that plays with their head, because it's the same for horses. If you control their head, you control the entire horse. And the other no-pull harness is based on their, like how they deal with gravity, because they kind of have a center of gravity around their chest area. And if you control that, then it works. Because, you know, normal harnesses have something here in the middle.
Yeah.
And when you pull on that, it goes to the side. So you lose the whole momentum of...
Gotcha.
And this one has its connection point somewhere here. So when they pull, it gets right in the middle. So that's how it works. And I mean, that's the principle behind it. I just noticed it works. That's all I know. Of course, everything is a bit fucked when he sees a cat.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
He has a thing, so I kind of have to be on the lookout. If I'm paying attention and just telling him no, then we're fine. Otherwise, if I'm just, you know, wondering about and not paying attention, I might get dragged for a few feet while he chases the cat until I have time to react, which is kind of funny sometimes, kind of not funny other times, but yeah. But yeah, no, it was good. But it did make me really tired, because I'm no longer used to such a powerful workout early in the morning.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was maybe not the best week to start doing that, but overall I'm much happier than having to go here and fighting with those people every day, because apparently I'm not welcome in a public space that they don't own.
Right.
And I don't have to worry about him getting sick anymore. He still got sick once, but that was just out of, I don't know, like at that point I was like, what's wrong now, dog? Like everything is fine. I think maybe he just rushed through a meal or something, ate too fast, and then upset his stomach. But it was a mild one. I didn't have to stay up all night, so I call it overall a win. But yeah. Lesson of the day, don't start physical exercise when you're exhausted.
Right.
Doesn't help. Really doesn't help.
Or maybe it's not really the right time to go for it.
Yeah. But I was enthusiastic. I think we were both super enthusiastic about his new harness. I think. I don't know.
I believe he is.
Oh my God, he's totally sleeping. He's passed out in my bed.
Well, I mean, it's like 4 a.m, dude.
Yeah, I still hate him. If I don't get to sleep, why should he?
Did you get your schedule actually sorted though?
I didn't do anything about it. Did you get
it figured out? Like what you want to do for your schedule?
Yeah, I did. I can show you.
So I mean, you can still just pick it up next week instead of this week.
Yeah, definitely. Either way, the thing is, like, my schedule was divided between writing, editing, and marketing. So I did get the editing and marketing parts done.
Oh, good.
And when I didn't do editing, I did formatting, which is still kind of in the same ballpark. Yeah. The only thing I didn't do was the writing. And there was the one day where I missed my my video. But other than that, yeah, sure, I messed the writing up, but I can still keep the schedule.
Right.
That's fine. That's fine. It might affect my my goals for December a bit, but not that much. I mean, I also had enough time to search for all the elements for my next cover, and I sent those to my cover designer. So it wasn't, I mean, like, for how upset I was over it, the more I think about it, it was a pretty productive week.
Right.
I just didn't get any writing done. And whenever I have a week when I don't get any writing done, I kind of panic.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I have the experience of 6 months of not writing last year. And I think whenever I'm not writing for any amount of time, it terrifies me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, I did get my, the part, let me just show you something. Because I'll show you the part that's the most scariest thing ever of my schedule. This is my drafting schedule for next year. I'm not sure if you can see anything.
Yeah, I'm seeing April and May though.
Yeah, so I made it by month and tried to schedule everything I'm supposed to be drafting. And I have some months where I have 65,000 words to write. And those are the low count months.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You're a crazy person.
I am, but on the other hand, I just write. I mean, it's all I do. I don't have another job on the side, and I'm trying to make this work. So I'm trying to tell myself it's not that crazy. Probably it is. But honestly, if I can accomplish about 50 to 75% of what I've scheduled for next year, I think I'm going to be more than fine.
That's valid.
So
I'm going to put my stuff into this, which is like a plastic binder thing with 3 holes in it. Right now I just have my daily schedule, which is actually like spent now. But I'm gonna put it in here. But I just last weekend was a shit show. So as has been like my life for the last 7 days. So hopefully I can get that done this weekend. But I'm just, I hope I'm not this tired tomorrow.
Well, if you are, just try to do some stuff in the morning and then just take the afternoon off to kind of recover.
You mean stuff in the morning, like a live stream?
No, I mean, if you have an hour after the live stream schedule, that's fine. I mean, to me, I mean, my definition of morning is not until 12. It's until the point where I have lunch, which is usually around 2 p.m.
Yeah. I sometimes eat lunch at 11.
Okay.
If I skip breakfast, I eat lunch at 11.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But
which I do pretty regularly.
I usually have breakfast at around 10:30 or 11.
Yeah.
Because I can't have breakfast immediately after I wake up. So usually how it goes, I wake up and then I have coffee and journal. Mm-hmm. And then I take the doggy out for a walk, and then I have breakfast. And depending on how late I wake up, that can be anywhere between 10 and 11:30, the breakfast part. So
right.
After that, I do a chunk of work until lunchtime. Then I have lunch, usually at my desk, and watch some YouTube videos during lunch, and then go back to working. Or just procrastinate if I'm having a super lazy day.
Right.
Which happens. I have to admit it happens because I kind of have been working nonstop this year. I didn't really stop for a weekend break or something. So then if I get super tired and I just can't do anything, I might just take a day in the middle of the week and just...
See, Jess says you're crazy too, by the way.
Yeah, I saw that. I was just preparing to answer her and then I forgot because I'm tired. I'm sorry, Jazz. But yes, I'm crazy. It's fine because I know Claire is crazier than me, so...
So you want to wrap early tonight since we're both in an exhausted place?
Yeah, we can wrap now after an hour, I think.
Yeah, I'm sorry guys. Usually we go for 2 if we can, but like...
Yeah.
Holy...
Yes, Claire, you're my life goal. I want to get to your level of crazy.
You're also like her justification to herself that she's not crazy, which I don't know how you should feel about that.
I never said I'm not crazy though.
Yeah, you said you're not as crazy.
Yes, so, I could be crazier, so that's my life goal. Because it's not like I'm ever going to be sane, so I might just improve on my craziness.
Right.
Seems
if
legit.
You're good at something, you may as well do it.
That should be my motto, and then I'll write to you from the, loony bin.
Right?
Yeah. That is awesome. So guys, if you think this stream has been too short, we promise to try better tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I'm super sorry. But also just a heads up, because I take this medicine at night, in the event that I would somehow not wake up in the morning tomorrow, I'm sorry to everybody.
It's all good.
But like, I'm going to be real about it.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
So, but I think what was that?
I mean, if you wake up earlier or later and can still join us later, of course, that's doable. Right. If you're going to sleep straight through it, that's fine too, because you deserve it. So, Jazz, if you can make it, we'll love to have you there. But if you don't worry about it. We'll stream again every week.
Don't try to stay up. That doesn't work well.
Just a question. Because next week we have the 22nd and 23rd. I'm fine with streaming. I'm just trying to...
I plan to stream.
Okay, so it's business as usual, guys. We don't care about Christmas.
Well, I don't care about Christmas 3 days before it. And also, I don't really care about Christmas. I mean, that's the thing.
I care about it this year. I mean, I have decorations everywhere. I have twinkling lights in my entire room. So
I have twinkling lights all year. I have a mental problem.
I don't think you have a mental problem, and I'm saying that because I intend to get some lights that go all year round. So
Yeah, I have fairy lights.
yeah, I'm looking for
I
something
love
like
them.
that too. So
Yeah. So
Jess is happy that we're streaming. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for being here tonight with us in our
yeah, sorry it's so
demo
silly and
space.
short.
But yeah, we'll do better tomorrow, if not next week. At some point, we'll get it right.
Right? Right. One of these days you'll come to a stream and you'll go, they have their shit together. And that's the day we chose.
And
This is
probably
all a
at that point,
decision.
and probably at that point, everybody will unsubscribe because they're like, "We're not here for this shit. What the hell?"
Right? Right. If I wanted polished, I'd be on a different channel, damn it.
Oh my God. Life goals, people. Life goals. Okay.
All right. We'll see you guys all tomorrow or next week or
Bye.
whenever. Bye.